What's up, HCWA fans? I'm the Lawdog, Brent Lawson. You've got your beady little eyes focused on a brand new episode of Shoot with the Lawdog, and I'm here with, I've gone on record before saying, my favorite tag team, the Cold-Blooded Renegades, the Bull and the Wild Thing. How y'all doing, guys?
Alright, we're doing alright, we're here.
Good. Good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. How's it going?
It's going.
Just another day.
All right. How old were y'all when y'all decided that y'all wanted to be in the wrestling business?
I was 21.
I was about 32.
All right. Who were your favorite wrestlers growing up?
Blackjack Mulligan, Ric Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Sting.
Me, I was more like Blackjack, yeah. Road Warriors, Roddy Piper. I mean, there's just Jake Roberts.
So my next question kind of is a play off of that. Who were your influences? The same, or did you have different influences?
The same.
Well, I kind of was more like the Jake Roberts, Kevin Sullivan on up till you got where the Undertaker came in. Believe me, I hear enough about that, but you can see enough in my style that you can see where it came from.
All right. Who gave you your first big break in the business?
I started training with a promotion in Winston-Salem, WWP. We rented out half of a VFW hall, and that's where we wrestled.
My first break, I started out with a guy named Big Slam. He was putting me and my old tag team partner in the rings and battle royals. We started it out probably over 20 years ago, and then I did some security for Southern Championship Wrestling, and then I got with another guy. I won't mention his name, but he put me in the ring for the first 5 years I was in the business, and I want nothing but meat for 5 years.
All right. How did you get into the business?
Me, I just walked up, talked to some people. They told me where to go, who was training, what to do, and I just followed behind that.
Wild Thing?
Tank Lawson's a friend of mine. I met him when he was
My cousin.
your cousin. I met him when he was fighting tough man contests. He started training, and he told me where he was training, and I went up there, and that's where I got into the business.
All right. Have either of you done any hardcore wrestling while y'all been in the business? The question is, what made you decide to go hardcore? But that question isn't for everybody. It's just one that I have down because we do have some hardcore wrestlers like Raven Havoc and J.W. Dalton in the family here at HCWA.
I haven't done any hardcore matches yet. I will. I have no problem doing it. I got no problem going to the extreme.
Yeah,
You have done some.
I've done some. When I started out, there was a couple of guys called the Drive Brothers. A lot of people don't remember them. Some people do. Yeah, they pretty much beat me all over the place. Taught me a little bit about it. Then I came up further along, met some of the, other people that got me into it. I've been in there with Raven Havoc a couple times. J.W. Dalton busted my ass a couple of times. But the guys taught me that there's an art behind what they do, and it ain't for everybody.
Well, the feud that you had with Dark Angel, y'all did some kind of hardcore stuff.
Well, listen, with Dark Angel, I ain't the only one call it hardcore. I just call it ass whooping that the boy needed and he got, and that's straight from the heart.
Okay. All right. Have either one of y'all left a business while y'all been in it? Any amount of time?
I've left several times. I get injuries. I get out. I'd probably be out 2 or 3 years. Something happened. I come back.
I took a little bit of time off. Spent with the family, with my boys, raising them. But no matter how long I was away, it just kept pulling me back. So
That leads to my next question. What made you decide to come back once you had left for a little while?
This time around, I'm getting older, and to me, it helps me stay in shape.
Keeps all your moving parts lubed up and ready to go.
It does. I mean, I've got to the point that I wasn't doing anything. My body was just killing me. since we've been gone with this pandemic and hadn't done much, me and Bull been hanging out at the ranch, just riding horses. Every now and then get out there. Bull want to get stupid. We had to break that bull, whatever. And we just want to get back to wrestling, do what we do, just kick ass.
And taking names. And going after those HCWA tag team belts, no less, I bet.
Most definitely.
Because y'all got a match coming up to ESO. And speaking of ESO, you know, particularly Outlaw Wayne Taylor, I don't get to see Rebel Mike that much, but Outlaw Wayne Taylor, he's always calling y'all the Brokeback Mountain Boys. You know,
One day he'll get some new material. I'm gonna get a writer just for him.
You
Just so he
know-
can get some new stuff.
you know, sometimes I think Outlaw Wayne forgot that you was a member of the ESO for a time.
Extremely sorry and outdated, yeah. Here's what happened there. I'd come back to wrestling. Wayne Taylor wasn't wrestling. Then he up and decided, kept begging the promoter to let him be my tag team partner. Let him be my tag team partner. And finally he let him do it. Then he brought in his partner from way back with the original ESO,
Rebel Mike.
Rebel Mike. So I didn't feel like being the third wheel, so I said, I'm leaving ESO. I ended up losing quite a few matches in order to do so, but hey,
You also got jumped.
I got jumped quite a bit.
All right. So, who are you looking forward to wrestle that you have not wrestled yet?
I'm ready for anybody who wants to step in the ring. I don't care if I've wrestled you before or not. That's all we're here for, is to kick people's ass. If they want to jump in, I don't know you. I don't care. Because when I walk out, it ain't going to make no difference. You're still going to be looking up at the lights. I'm going to have my hand raised. So it don't make no difference if we beat their ass before or not.
Yeah.
I'm just looking forward to getting back in there with ESO. Because me and Wayne Taylor, we've been around a few times. I've been knowing Rebel Mike for a long time. We still got some unfinished business.
All right. This is my next question. It's similar to the other one. What are your future goals in wrestling? And I mentioned going after the tag titles from the Extreme Southern Outlaws. And you've always got to keep your eyes on JC Santana, the manager.
Well, right now we got one goal. And one goal is to become ACWA Tag Team Champions again. All the rest of it don't matter. Until we have the straps back on us, that's all that matters. That's our goal. I don't care who gets in the way. We're going to go through them.
You're listening, Extreme Southern Outlaws. That's the message directly to y'all. They want them tag belts. And I've said for months, sooner or later, cold-blooded Renegades are going to get them. Just my opinion, but hell, who am I? I'm just a interview guy.
And Wayne Taylor, get new material. Brokeback Mountain Boys, that is old and played out.
He's just jealous because we ain't beating him up.
That's right.
What is the most memorable match that you've either helped put together or been a part of?
The most memorable match that I've had since I've been wrestling was when me and my partner were facing each other. He had another partner, I had another partner. We was in a graveyard rules match.
Yeah, it was when he was with the Graveyard Disciples, Dark
And,
Angel.
yeah, and we just flat out beat the hell out of each other.
I remember that. Devin and I hadn't long came on board when that match happened. What about you?
Man, all my matches are memorable. I mean, to me, they all mean something. Every match I ever step in means something. I can't put one above the other.
You told me a story one time. Your first match that you ever had, you got injured. Your first match, and that injury has plagued you your whole career.
My very first match, I was wrestling a guy. He went by the name of Cage. He was the craziest looking thing I ever seen come out on St. Patrick's Day, carrying a box of damn Lucky Charms. And he went to do a monkey flip on me, and the canvas went right, and I snapped my ankle in half.
Ooh,
Right in the middle of it. Still
like Sid
finished,
Vicious.
and still finished the match. Matter of fact, finished it out like Hogan, dropped a leg drop on a box of Lucky Charms and watched him get up with marshmallows hanging out his nose. But yeah, that was my first match, and everybody thought I was going to quit after that. They told me I'd be out for 4 to 6 months. 2.5 months, I had a balloon cast on my leg, and was back in the ring.
Well, uh, Bob Orton wrestled with the cast on his arm. Hell, ever since I can remember when he was wrestling. But
Yeah.
I was just a little kid back then. I was just a little law pup. That was before I became a dog. Back then, he had a cast on his arm helping Roddy Piper. So, all right. Have you guys worked with any of the more famous wrestlers from the bigger promotions since you guys have been in the business?
Me, not so much. I mean, to me, and this is no slight, I love the legends to death. I give them all the credit in the world for paving the way for where we're, so we can do what we do. But I just love wrestling the guys who are wanting to become those legends.
The thirsty guys.
The guys who are wanting to.
The Bobby
grab
Yallas.
that brass ring. Yeah.
Bobby Yallas, Raven Havocs.
I mean, I'm just an old guy
S.A.
that's still
Joker.
in here. Yeah, I might be old, but I'm still going.
Chicano Power.
But these I mean, hell, there's guys that have been in the business less
Sweet
time
Daddy.
than me that I love learning from. But when it comes down to it, I'm gonna do what I do and what everybody's taught me. I've learned more in the ring than I have anywhere else.
What about you, all think?
When I first started, I was on a bunch of shows with a bunch of the guys from WCW, WWE back in the day, TNA. I was on a show with the Barbarian, Ivan Koloff, Bobby Fulton from the Fantastics, Raven from Raven's Flock back in WCW. Many of them. I was not at the level to wrestle them in their match. I was just starting out, but I had the honor of meeting them, and I respected a bunch of them. I met Jeff Hardy, Matt Hardy, Lita.
Oh, I met Lita too. Lord have mercy.
And I met a bunch of them that you asked about us wrestling. I ain't never wrestled none of them.
The only one I have been in the ring with was Barbarian. That was just breaking the fight between him and the guy who was wrestling.
Now go back, you asked about legend. This is my legend. And he's gonna get me for saying this. When I first started out, Rob the Bull McBride, to me, is a legend. He's been around for a long time, and he gave me one of the best matches I've ever had. I learned a lot in one match than I've learned in 10 sometimes. Because I did one thing that a lot of guys don't do now. Shut the hell up and listen.
And learned how to work.
And if you get in there with somebody who knows what they're doing and shut your mouth and don't think you know everything and listen to the veterans, you come out on top.
Every time.
And that man, whether anybody say what they want to about me, he is the one who has taught me a lot in this business. Him and Robert Stanley's taught me so much stuff that it's not even funny. In the last, I've been with ACWA, what, 8 years, 9 years? Something like that. Yeah, 10, somewhere around there. Yeah. And, I've had other guys teach me how to do stuff. The only thing I ain't learned a damn thing from that outlaw Wayne Taylor, though. He can't even teach me how to put my boots on right. I seen him walking around with his damn shoes on the wrong way, walking in a circle. That's the only thing I found out from him.
I heard a story just the other day about Outlaw Wayne Taylor. Somebody told me he shaved his legs to put his boots on. Oh my
He told you
gosh.
to put his boots on, but he's the real broke back one.
Oh.
I seen him in that dress, I know.
He's gonna ride till he can't no more.
He probably had Preparation H for a sponsor for his hemorrhoids that he gets.
But, we're doing a lot of joking. We need to be serious finishing this up.
Right. Well, that was the last question.
All right.
So
Good.
that was the last
I
question.
will say this. I've always heard Wayne Taylor says he has the best chops at ACWA. We're going to find out. I think Wild Thing does.
All right, you heard it here first. Wild Thing thinks his chops is better than Outlaw Wayne Taylor's. Maybe when they get their tag match with the championship belts, maybe we'll see Chop versus Chops. But for right now, I'm the Lawdog, Brent Lawson. This is the Cold-Blooded Renegades, and we'll see you just as soon as we're able to run shows again. We are out.